I was so happy when last week we had that one day of spring.
Yes.
Like, oh my God, it was plus 10
It,
after minus 20.
yeah. And it was like immediate.
It was
The next
immediate.
day
Like,
was
we
so
woke
good.
up one day and it's plus 10. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, the life is back to normal,
Mm-hmm.
but not for long, unfortunately. Yeah, because exactly the next day after the spring day, it started snowing again,
Yeah.
and it started like the ice rain.
Yeah.
And it was terrible because when it was plus 10, all of the snow that we still have lying in the streets, like tons of snow, it started melting. And then the next day it started like getting frozen.
And then we had another snowstorm, and then it just like another snowstorm, and then the snow just kept piling up. It was literally a snowball effect.
Ooh, I
Yes.
love it. The snowball effect. What a great expression.
Yes. And the reason why I
Uh-huh.
used it is because today I want to talk about some like idioms and expressions that we use specifically for the winter,
Yes, I love it.
because this is all I think about right now, because it is just in your face. All of
Yeah,
the winter, the cold, we're
the
in the middle of
snow.
it.
Mm-hmm,
So I
mm-hmm.
thought that it would be fun to talk a little bit about idioms, about winter or snow or things like that. And
Uh-huh.
maybe if like see if you know some of the idioms that I bring up, or if I know some of the idioms that you bring up,
Sure.
that type of thing. Okay,
Let's talk
so
about this.
let's talk about snowball effect.
Let's talk about snowball
Not
effect.
always about snowballs, right? No.
Mm-hmm.
So, like we said, literally about snow when it's piling up and then it just gets more and more and more until it becomes a huge problem. That's kind of the meaning of a snowball
Yeah.
effect, right? And we can use it in so many different situations,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, like, for example, I'm a big procrastinator.
Okay.
Okay. I am guilty of being a procrastinator, and I have felt this a lot in school, especially. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think, okay, so I was given an assignment and I was given 2 months to finish
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, not even something that I need to think about right now,
Yeah.
right? Don't think about it. It's a huge essay or something like that that's due. It's like 50% of your final score, but whatever, I have time, right? But then, throughout those weeks and the days and the months, I have other assignments for my
Of
other classes
course.
that I have to
Uh-huh.
do. And okay, you know what? Those also have due dates far in advance. I don't need to think about it. But then it comes on, and then I think, okay, I have to do that. I have to do this. And then by, 2 months later, I have
Mm-hmm.
this assignment, this test, this paper.
It all comes
I
up.
have my work. I have another personal commitment. And then just to the point where I get so freaked out because I just have too much and I
Mm-hmm.
can't do it all.
Yeah.
And so I would say that's like a good example.
It is a
Not
very
a
good
good
example.
example, but
I
it's an
mean,
example
it is an
of
example,
a
yeah.
snowball effect.
And also like the snow, when I think about the snowball effect and how like the things accumulate, it's
Yeah.
like when you're building a snowman, you need to make like the literal snowballs
Yeah.
like to
Yeah.
compose the body of a snowman. So you start rolling them like so more snow
Yeah.
attaches to the snowball. So it's that
That's
thing.
true. I guess the concept for people who have never seen snow or have experienced snow in their lives, you wouldn't really understand how a snowball
Yeah.
works. But yeah, if you imagine, yeah, making a snowman, when you roll it, it just
Uh-huh.
the snow packs on, it automatically
Eesh.
packs on. But also, have you ever, you make a tiny little snowball and you put it on top of like a hill
Oh,
or
yes.
something? Have you ever
Yes,
done this before?
exactly.
You just
Yes.
leave it and you don't
Uh-huh.
even touch it. And as it rolls down, it gets
Uh-huh.
bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah,
Yeah,
until it crashes into something and breaks something. Yeah.
exactly. So it's a good expression to use
Mm-hmm.
for a lot of everyday life situations.
Yep. Yep.
Another one that I can think of about winter is break the ice.
Yeah, I like
Break
that.
the ice or icebreakers, especially like if you were at some point an ESL student or if you are one now. For us, the teachers, it's like you usually start the class, especially when some new students are coming in
Mm-hmm.
or you have to come in to work with like entirely new group of students. You use icebreakers because you need to break the ice. And to break the ice means to ease tension, start a conversation to make people feel more relaxed.
Yeah.
I always think about it as those like boats, like the huge boats
Yeah.
that they like break the ice.
Yes, for bigger boats.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like the actual icebreaker. I guess that they are called the icebreakers,
I
those
guess.
ships.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or vessels or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call them. So
Yeah.
it's like you have like this frozen, like, I don't know, body of water and
Yeah.
nothing is happening then. And then this mighty ship comes in and it's like, I'm gonna break the ice and pave the way for like whatever.
Yeah, to make it a smoother
Yeah.
ride. Yeah, you're right. Like when I was in the classroom every day,
Uh-huh.
I always, without fail, would do some kind of icebreaker activity on the first day of classes.
Yes.
Always. And then, of course, at work, you
Uh-huh.
have team building days, right? Like when you, they're not always
Oh
the
God.
funnest
Yeah.
days. And of course, for me, I was a very shy student and I dreaded icebreakers. And even at work, I do dread icebreakers because some of them can be a little bit cringy, can be a little
Yeah.
bit corny. Some of the ones that I've done for classes is like when you introduce yourself, for example, say, what's your name? Where are you from? And an animal that you
Would like,
relate to, or an
yeah.
animal that starts with the first initial of your name, or
Hmm.
things like that. Other ones that I've done at work that I've absolutely hated. Do you know what trust falls are?
Like the actual falling?
Actual trust
Yeah.
falling.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know why people do this as icebreakers or for team building, but trust fall, you basically fall backwards and
Exactly.
you trust that somebody behind
Yeah.
will
We'll
catch
catch you.
you. We've done trust falls. We've done ones where you like toss like a baseball or a
Uh-huh.
softball, you or an animal, like a stuffed animal. You
Uh-huh.
you throw it at somebody and then you have to like start a story
Uh-huh.
and then you go one sentence each and you
Yeah.
build a story. What are some other common icebreakers? Two truths and a
Two
lie.
truths and a lie. And the one that I like doing with my students is you say your name and you say the adjective that starts on the same letter as your name. Like, I'm
What?
Helen. I'm hilarious.
Okay, is that what you always went with? We have the same initial.
Yeah,
Did you
no,
always go with?
this is the one that I just like. I am trying to remember which one I would say.
I was always happy,
Uh-huh.
happy Hannah, or hilarious Hannah,
Uh-huh.
or what was another one?
I'm also trying. I guess that I used happy as
Yeah,
well. I remember that at some point I used hungry. Yeah, because I'm always
hungry.
hungry. Helen the hungry. And yeah, and also I remember we were doing this. So you have to say like, I'm Helen, I'm happy, I'm Hannah, I'm hilarious. But also Hannah says like, I'm Hannah, I'm hilarious, and this is Helen, and she's happy. And then
Oof.
this third person says, I'm Steven, and I am sexy. I don't know, like the first word that came to my mind. And then he says, and this is Hannah, she's happy, and
Yeah.
this is Helen, and she's
And you
hungry.
have to memorize every single
Exactly.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I remember that as well.
But about the ones that you said, like team building exercises, I don't think that I've ever participated in. I'm sure that I did. I cannot
Yeah.
like remember, but there is one lady that I follow on the internet, and she is all about like corporate BS. And she makes a lot of like funny like sketches about like these like icebreakers. Like
Okay.
at the beginning, it's like, ooh, one interesting fact about me. I would rather be somewhere else than here.
Yeah.
Respectfully, of course.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
so funny.
I do it's kind of um contradictory. I guess I'm a little bit of a hypocrite, but I always do icebreakers in my class. But
Uh-huh.
when I have to participate in the icebreakers, I'm like, I hate this. I really don't want to do this. Yeah,
Yeah.
I it's just a thing with me.
Uh, okay. That's amazing.
What's
Do
another?
you,
Yeah,
I
what's an
wanted to ask you about something like very Canadian. There
okay.
must be something like very
Something
Canadian.
very Canadian.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I guess the other the icebreaker and or break the ice
Uh-huh.
and
Snowball
snowball
effect.
effect. It's a very like common expression.
Uh-huh.
Something that's uniquely Canadian and something that's being said a lot these days is elbows up.
Oh, love it.
Elbows up.
Elbows up.
Yeah, it's an expression that means like stay strong,
Mm-hmm.
like protect yourself, or like, you know, be proactive in what you're doing. Like I guess that's kind of the cheer up.
Does it have something to do with the hockey?
Of course it does. It's a
Okay.
Canadian idiom.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So so many things are surrounded are kind of around hockey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also wearing kind of like a little Canadian sweater today, if you take a look at the video. This is mainly a wart because I guess we're dating the episode, but we're in the middle of the Olympics right now, and
Uh-huh.
our hockey teams are playing or have played. Not the best outcome for the women's hockey team,
Mm-hmm.
although we fully support. They did such an amazing job during the
Mm-hmm.
Olympics. We're waiting on the men's final gold medal game. So elbows up, guys. Yeah, so elbows up, it's just, yeah, we use it a lot, and we have been using it a lot right now. Um, as more of like I would say it's almost like a national phrase or expression that's very nationalistic.
Mm-hmm.
And more so, if you have been living in Canada, or if you're in Canada, there's a lot of stuff going on about, like buying Canadian, buying
Yeah.
local, supporting the Canadian.
Drinking Canadiano and
Yeah,
not Americano.
exactly. Like supporting
Mm-hmm.
supporting Canadian businesses, supporting Canadian things, traveling within Canada,
Yeah.
this type of thing. And so this elbows up expression is being used a lot these days.
Yeah. I honestly thought that it's being used in the meaning of like defense.
It is. Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Okay. And that's
So
why,
in
sorry.
hockey, sorry,
Y-
I got too into thinking about actual hockey without explaining what the relationship
Yeah.
is with hockey.
That
Yeah, when you're in hockey, as we know, it can be a very uh,
heated rivalry.
uh, heated sport, and it can, fights happen, right?
Yeah.
When you're on the ice, and
Actually have to happen.
it actually
Kinda.
it's a part of the
Uh-huh.
game. You fight,
Yeah.
and when you go elbows up, you're protecting yourself,
Yeah.
right?
That's what I was
Yes. So
thinking.
that's
Yeah.
where it comes from. When we say elbows up, it's like protect yourself, take care of yourself.
It's a beautiful expression.
Yeah.
And also, a couple of episodes ago, we were talking about Canadian culture, and
Yes.
we totally forgot about this expression. We never mentioned it,
I
but one of our listeners, hi Valentine, one of our listeners, he sent us an email and he was like, "Guys, what about elbows up? You forgot about it." So I'm so glad that we included it in this
it's good that we
episode.
included it
Yeah.
here.
You know what? Another one is this is what we've been kind of like doing to the US recently. I love this expression, and this expression is to give someone a cold shoulder.
Mm.
It's also with the cold, and to
And
give
parts of the
someone
body.
exactly and parts, body parts,
Elbow,
like
shoulder.
right, head, shoulders, knees, and
Yeah,
toes.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we can get into those
Sure.
actually at some points. Great idea. Anyway, so to give someone a cold shoulder means to show someone unfriendliness or disregard. And I cannot think of any positive examples because, like, why would it be
It's a
positive? It's not
negative
going to be positive.
expression.
It's a negative
Yeah.
expression. Yes, when you are cross with your friend or maybe with your partner or, I don't know, someone close to you, and then you're talking to them like through your teeth. Is this an
Yeah,
expression?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, because it's the same, I'm just translating from my first languages.
Hmm.
So you're talking to them through your teeth, like, I'm fine. Like,
Yeah.
nothing happened. You're being like unfriendly and disregarding them. I guess that like it's very toxic behavior, like
It
very
is
passive aggressive.
passive aggressive,
Uh-huh.
outright ignoring is
Yeah,
like
exactly.
when you physically think about like a shoulder, and you're blocking somebody using your
Mm-hmm.
body.
Yeah.
Say, like, imagine you're having a conversation in a
Mm-hmm.
circle with people, like you're at a social event, you're talking with somebody, with a bunch of people in a circle, and you position your body in a way that you're blocking someone
Yeah.
from the circle.
Yeah.
this is kind of a way that I imagine this expression to be.
Yeah.
It's a cold shoulder. You're kind of blocking the person from
Yeah.
conversation.
But also, I guess that one of the possible explanations that we could find on the internet that in the olden times when you had to like serve some food for people who come to your house and you would give them cold meat, like the shoulder of like whatever animal, and you would serve it cold, meaning that like you're not very happy of hosting them. So it's also a very good
Oh,
expression.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's possibly where it comes from.
Yes,
I didn't even
maybe.
think about that. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Um, Another one that I really like is when we say something is just at the tip of the iceberg.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yes, I love
the
it.
tip of the iceberg. I'm going to ask you to imagine the movie Titanic.
Okay.
Okay. And we all know what happens to the Titanic, right? I think most people are familiar.
Spoiler alert, Jack dies. Hot take. There was space on
Enough
the door.
on the door. That's not a hot take. That's a
Really?
no.
Okay.
I think everybody agrees there was room
Okay.
on the door.
Okay.
But yes, when we think about the movie Titanic, the reason why the Titanic sunk is because it hit an iceberg.
Yeah.
But why couldn't they see the iceberg? Because generally, when you look at an iceberg above the water, it's
Hmm.
like a small, sometimes large, but it's a small little like mountain of snow and ice, right?
Hmm.
However, if you look underneath the water,
Hmm.
it's actually a lot of the time the icebergs are much bigger under the water than it
Yeah.
is above the water. So you don't even see the largest part of the iceberg,
Yes.
right? And so that's why the Titanic hit this iceberg and that's
The
why it's now.
underwater part of it. Yeah.
Exactly. So when we are talking about like this is just the tip of the iceberg, it's like this is just the beginning, or this is just 10% of what is
Uh-huh.
actually true.
Like scratching the surface.
Scratching the surface is another like
Yeah.
equivalent
Hmm.
expression.
Yeah.
And so you can just say like, you know what, my sleeping problems is just the tip of the iceberg
Full of my other problems.
because this is just the connected to all of the other problems that I have in my life,
Yeah.
right? So that could be an example, or even if I don't know if I'm planning like a surprise, if you can use it in a positive way, right? So
Yeah.
if I'm planning like a surprise birthday event for one of my
Hmm.
friends, I give them maybe one small gift, and I say, hey. By the way, this is just the tip of the
Oh
iceberg.
yeah.
There's a party, there's
You're
a
in for a
dinner, there's
real
a yeah,
treat.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you can use it in a lot of ways.
You know what comes to mind when I hear this expression, tip of the iceberg? Do you remember a couple of years ago when we were at a conference, I believe in, I don't remember whether it was Halifax or Vancouver, and there was this lady from National Geographic
Mhm.
and she was talking about the ESL students. And she
Mhm.
was giving this analogy about the tip of the iceberg that when you have ESL students in your class, like what you see from their English is just like the 10% of a person.
Yeah.
Because like if you are teaching a very like low level class and you have a person there who cannot say like my name is in English, but then it doesn't mean like you cannot define them by this
It
because
doesn't
this
mean
is just the tip.
stupid. It
Exactly.
doesn't
Because
mean yeah.
underneath this, like this person can be like PhD in, I don't know, biology
Yeah.
or chemistry or anything else, like with all of their hobbies, with all of their aspirations.
Yeah.
I remember it and I loved it so much.
I have had students in my beginners classes, like teaching them literally the alphabet,
Uh-huh.
who are doctors, lawyers, like millionaires in their own right, like business CEOs. Like I've had so many successful people that were in like a beginners class, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's always that's such a
Yeah,
good
I love
example.
it.
Yeah.
And it's not only about the ESL students, it's also about the people that you meet maybe
Yeah.
for the first time in your life. And you cannot just like judge them by those like very short interactions. And I
Exactly.
mean, like you can, of course, like that's what we all do, judge people by interactions, but you know what I mean. What you see like from the very beginning, it's just like the tip of the
Just the
iceberg.
tip of the
Yeah.
iceberg.
Another expression, if we're talking about ice, walking on thin ice. I
Yes.
love it. And when I hear this expression, the first thing that comes again to my mind is, there is this like meme or reel or whatever on the internet where it says, like, the caption says, like, the boss says, like, you guys are walking on thin ice. And then there is a video, like frozen lake, and two guys are dancing like river dance on the ice. It's like me
Like
and my bestie.
testing your teachers.
Yes.
This is
So,
a very common expression for teachers, for parents,
oh yes. Uh-huh.
that they say to their students,
Exactly.
their kids. You are walking on thin ice, mister.
Uh-huh. And if you are walking on thin ice, it means that you are in a risky or a dangerous situation. And it makes a lot of sense. So
Mhm.
again, if you imagine a body of water that is frozen, you have to tread very carefully. I mean, don't do that in general, okay? Bad idea. But if you have to go, you have to be very careful because you are in a risky and dangerous situation. Because any minute the ice can go from under, like
Yeah,
break and go from under your feet, and you can just like plunge
very
into,
dangerous.
yes.
I see sometimes people doing this on Lake Ontario.
Yeah.
Like here in Toronto, we have our lake, our huge lake
Mhm.
that looks like an ocean, but it does freeze in the
Yeah.
winter. And right in the beginning of winter, when the water starts to freeze, there are
Mhm.
people testing it and
Yeah.
walking on it. And I'm just like, why? Why are you doing this? It's so
Yeah.
dangerous. Yeah, I would never, uh,
No, don't walk on thin ice.
never do that. Yeah.
Not even to do the viral reels or whatever.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
exactly. Another expression that I really like is to get cold feet.
Oh, I love this
Yeah.
one.
So when you get cold feet, it's like you get nervous about something and then you back away or you quit or you don't do it anymore. So
Uh-huh.
people use this a lot uh, in performances, right? So for example, I am going to make a speech in front of a large audience,
Uh-huh.
and right before I go up, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. So in this situation, you can say I got cold feet,
Nice.
right?
Yeah, I love this expression too much.
Yeah.
And you know what I just realized? It just dawned on me
Uh-huh.
that in my first languages, we have the expression about the uh oh my God, I forgot the word. If you're walking in the snow or in the sand and you leave behind you the
Footprints.
footprints.
Mm-hmm.
And we have the expression the footprint, his or her footprint got a cold, like a flu. I'm
Oh,
not sure that it's like the same because like the language, my first language is like they can have like so many different meanings for the
words.
words, same words. But we do say that like, yeah, and when it came to like real deal or real business, like his footprint got a flu.
That's exactly
Oh
how
my
you would
God.
use cold.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just now realized it.
very similar.
Very
It's such a
similar.
similar thing.
Yeah.
I think so. Looking up the origin of this expression,
Uh-huh.
when we say getting cold feet, it has to do with physically, when your feet get cold, it
Mm-hmm.
slows you down. Like
Mm-hmm.
physically, they get cold and you can't walk anymore. So that's what it means. Like you just can't move forward.
Yeah.
Is where
But it's a good one.
apparently it's
Yeah,
come.
getting cold
Yeah.
feet. Yeah. Another one that I remember is a slippery slope.
Mm.
It's a good
Yes,
one,
I like
slippery
this one.
slope.
Yeah.
And I guess that we can somehow tie it to the snowball effect.
Yeah.
Because like once you get on it, so slope, first of all, it's the road that is not straight, that it's going like under the certain angle.
Yeah.
And if it's slippery, so once you step on it, there is a very big chance that you will go like downhill.
Yeah.
And the main thing here, I guess, is not to hit the rock bottom if you're going
Yeah.
down the slippery slope,
Yeah.
but literally it means a situation that leads to other problems once it starts.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah,
hard to stop.
it's hard to stop.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hmm.
If you just imagine like an icy hill
Yeah,
and you make one wrong step and you just can't control yourself and it just goes down, 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 downhill like
yeah,
a cascade, right? So it just um it just means like be careful.
Yes,
I
be
guess.
careful.
Like if you say to someone, "Hey, you know, you're going down a slippery slope here, so just be careful." It means,
Hmm.
yeah, once you make that first wrong step, it
Hmm.
can be very dangerous once you start, so watch out.
It can turn into a snowball
A
effect. Yeah.
snowball effect. Exactly, exactly. What about the expression left out in the cold?
I would hate it to be left out in the cold. You know that.
Yes, you don't like the cold. So
Nope.
to be left out in the cold would be much more detrimental to you, I think, than me. But if somebody is like left, hey, you just left me out in the cold.
I'm in both situations, I would be like mortified.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't do that to me, please.
So when do you know what this means?
Yeah,
Like when you
yeah,
say,
yeah.
okay, you just left me out in the cold. So what would I don't know. What
It's been
does
like you were ignored or excluded or
excluded?
left out.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So like I made plans with you and we had already met like made plans to meet here at this set date. I
Hmm.
go, I tried calling, you're not there. Hey, where are you? I'm waiting. You're not there. You ignore my text.
Yeah.
And I can say, hey, you just left me out here in the cold,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Or even like it doesn't always have to be just literally you ignored
Hmm.
someone. It could also just mean like you abandoned them,
Yeah.
right? So if I, you and I we're talking about like, ooh, like let's go to Mexico next year. Like let's make plans. We'll go to Mexico. It'll be so much fun. And then I go to Mexico with another group of
Hmm.
friends. You
Oh,
can say like, hey, kind of left me out in the cold there on the
yeah.
plans. Not fun. I
Yeah,
would never do
that's
that to
fun.
you.
No,
Yeah.
neither would I. And also another good expression, I guess, to throw in here, like a synonym, ditch. I love it.
Yeah,
Like to ditch someone. I
exactly.
mean, the meaning is bad, but it's such a
Yeah,
good word
yeah, yeah.
to know and learn. Okay, but if this happens to you, this is very unpleasant, but you know what? Just chill out.
Chill out.
Yeah, chill out. And I guess that this expression is a very common one. You hear it a lot on the internet or in the movies or even in the songs
Yeah.
nowadays.
These days people just say chill.
Chill, just like chill. I mean, sometimes it can be dangerous
Yeah.
when someone is like experiencing a lot of emotions and you are going just like, whoa, chill. And that can irritate the person even more.
Yeah.
But to chill or chill out means to relax or calm down.
Yeah.
Never tell an irritated person to calm down.
It's the worst thing that you can tell someone. If
Exactly.
somebody is already angry and you're telling someone, hey, relax
Yeah,
or
it's like,
calm down.
yeah.
Don't you tell me to relax. Don't you tell me to calm down. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And also it sounds a lot of like very condescending, I
it does.
guess. It's
Exactly.
like, whoa.
I think that's probably why you don't want to say it to
Exactly.
somebody who's
Don't do
already
that. Yeah.
agitated. Yeah.
You can tell someone like, hey, let's chill out, or what do you want to do today? Yeah, let's just
Let's just chill.
chill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a chill day today,
Yeah.
right? Okay, have you heard
I'm sorry. What is the expression? People even say something like chillaxing. I'm
chillax,
chillax.
chill plus relax?
Yeah,
Yeah.
chillaxing. And there is something, it was Netflix. Netflix, chill and Netflix, Netflix
Netflix
and
and chill.
chill. But we don't want to talk about it.
That's a
Yeah.
different meaning.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So, but I mean, it's still there.
It
So if
exists.
we're talking
That's right.
about,
That's
yeah,
right.
chilling and stuff.
What about this expression? She's got ice in her veins.
It's a good one.
Do you
I
know?
love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when we say she's got ice in her veins, it's like somebody who is so chill and
Mm-hmm.
so calm, especially under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
It's like imagine, when veins, you've got like the blood in your
Mm-hmm.
veins. And of course, if you have ice in it, it's like cold, cool,
Mm-hmm.
chilled. And so when we say someone's got ice in their veins, it's like it's just in their body. They were born relaxed and
Yeah.
calm under pressure.
I actually have experienced once to have literal cold blood in my veins.
Really?
Yes.
Is that
So
possible?
yes, and I'll tell you the story. You know that I donate blood.
Yes.
Uh so years ago, it was still in Ukraine. I was donating blood for a baby, and
Mm-hmm.
apparently, when you donate blood for babies, they don't take like the whole of your blood. They take like the plasma, just like one component
Yeah.
of your blood. But they cannot just like take out of you just plasma. So they take out of you the blood, then they put it in a special like machine, like a centrifuge, and they separate plasma from like blood. And so
Hmm.
once they were done with that separation, they were like, you know what? We don't need like what's left,
Hmm.
but you need it. So we're gonna put it back into you.
What?
Yes. So I had the literal IV with my blood to have my blood back in my veins.
And it
But
was
the
chilled.
thing is, it was cold. It wasn't chilled, it was cold. I guess that because of the protein in the blood, they cannot make it like in
Oh,
a
yeah.
hot or
Yeah.
warm room temperature, so it
Absolutely.
has to be cold. And then they put back like in my veins, and I could like feel like cold spreading
Oh
here.
my gosh.
Very weird sensation. I mean, it of course it very quickly it warmed up
I could,
because
yeah.
like
You're a
my
human.
body
You're a living
exactly I
human.
am. Thank you for noticing. But the expression, like whenever I hear like have
Ice
ice
in my
in
veins.
my veins, I'm like,
I
I
did
know
it.
what that means actually.
Literally, I had ice in my veins.
Yes, yes,
Wow. I didn't even know that was possible.
yeah,
It really does feel like it would be a weird
yes. It is a very weird
sensation.
sensation, but you know what's surprisingly calming? Like it's not like agitating you. I
Yeah.
guess because like again, usually like cool
Mm-hmm.
air or like cool
It
whatever temperatures, they like
calms you down.
lower your blood oh not blood, sorry, your heartbeat and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a very calming effect.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
so interesting. Well, okay. I guess similar. You got ice in your veins, you're cool, you're chill. It
Mm-hmm.
can mean like you can use it in a positive way, you can use it in a negative way,
Yeah.
but there is another expression, similar meaning, but in a
Uh-huh.
negative way, like cold-hearted.
Ooh,
Right?
yeah.
So when somebody's cold-hearted, it's like, oh, you're so mean and you have absolutely no compassion. Or
Yeah.
there's a lot of similar ones, right? When you think about that. So cold-hearted, um, you have
Cold-blooded,
no hearted, cold-blooded. Yeah,
cold-blooded.
exactly. So
Yeah.
like lots of when you think about I guess your inside of your body, your heart, your blood, if you describe it as cold or icy or things like
Uh-huh.
that, and you put those things together,
Yeah.
it means like no compassion or not soft or warm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mean.
There is a story. It's actually a fairy tale from my childhood. I'm not sure if it's the international fairy tale. It's about the Snow Queen. And there were
Mm.
two siblings, the brother and the sister. And the Snow Queen, she was evil, of course, and she stole the boy and she replaced his heart with the heart of ice. So he
Oh.
literally had like gold, and he was all like, he was so, when he was a normal boy, he was so like cheerful and enjoying his life, and he was playing with his sister, blah, blah, blah. But then when she replaced his heart with like the piece of ice,
Yeah.
he was all like very like lack
Cold.
of emotions, lack of
Mm.
compassion. There is a happy ending. All
Yeah.
good was in the end,
But
but
literal way to think
exactly.
about it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
lots of expressions.
And you know what? We mentioned the cold-blooded, like or in cold blood, but
Blood.
we yeah skipped it. So it's something usually. I'm sorry for like very morbid scene, but usually when I think about cold blood, I usually have it in my mind in an expression like they were murdered
In
in
cold
cold
blood.
blood.
Yes, I know. It basically means you're dead. If your blood is cold
Yeah.
and you can't warm it up,
Yeah,
you're
but
not alive.
yeah, but I also think that it talks about like the murderer, the
Yeah.
person who did this, that they had like zero emotions
Yeah.
or whatever, so they could just like do something
Yeah,
terrible
yeah,
like this.
exactly.
Yeah.
What about, oh, okay. Let's move a little bit away from
Morbidness.
morbidity here, but a fun one, but that's also kind of using the cold plus our part of our body is
Hmm.
a brain freeze.
Oh, I love it. I mean, I hate the
I
sensation.
I do not like brain freezes.
Hmm.
I haven't had one in a long time, knock on wood, but when we say brain freeze, it's an actual feeling that you get. So you know that feeling when you drink or eat something too very cold
Hmm.
very quickly and then you get this like temporary like headache.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to explain it. Like you really
Almost like it, I don't know, mini seizure, I
yeah,
guess.
you
Contraction.
feel like your brain is literally
Yeah.
freezing. So we call that a brain freeze. And I don't know if you have this similar thing
I
expression,
don't think so.
but we always have to say that we have a brain freeze when it happens.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why, but it's such a
No, we
common thing.
don't. No.
You drink something, you eat something, and you say, "Oh, brain freeze," and then you wait for it to pass.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Everybody says it.
Yeah,
Yep.
interesting. I guess that I've read somewhere that it happens because like your palate, like the top palate, that it's
Hmm.
like in a very close proximity to some nerves like coming from the
Yeah.
brain. It makes a lot of
You're not,
sense.
your brain isn't literally freezing. It's
Yeah,
sending a signal to your brain
exactly. Yeah.
to say,
And you know what? I guess that it's actually a very good idea that people in English that they say that like, oh, I'm having a brain freeze because you never know what kind of like connection it can like happen. So
yeah,
you're just letting people know that like something's happening to me, like watch me for a
yeah,
couple of seconds,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I'll be okay. Yeah, and fine. Brain freeze, good one. Talking about freezing, there is a good expression about frozen in place or
Yeah,
frozen in time.
yeah,
I mean, they're different. The first one, if you were like, I was frozen in place, it means that like I was so shocked or surprised by what I heard or saw that I was like literally like,
yeah,
like froze.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good expression. I
It's a
guess
good
that
ex
it like sorry, it explains and conveys the meaning of like what literally is happening to you.
yeah.
That you're so shocked that you're like you like cannot move or
Hmm.
do whatever.
Yeah, yeah. And then like frozen in time,
Yeah,
just meaning something is like
timeless.
timeless. Yeah.
Mhm.
This movie is frozen like Titanic. It's a timeless movie, right? It's frozen in time.
Okay, that's a very
It's
funny oh my God, what is it called? Like it's what is it called? Because like it's literally like frozen and like frozen in time.
I mean, if we're talking about Frozen, you would say the movie Frozen is frozen in
No,
time,
oh my
right?
God, what's happening? I forgot the expression. Anyway, yeah,
Yeah, but it's yeah,
Titanic.
Titanic is a
And a lot
movie
of
that
like, I don't know, like the Beatles. They're
yeah,
also, I guess, like
their
frozen
music
in
has been
time.
frozen in time for sure.
Yeah,
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 people still listen to them now, I
yeah.
would say, right?
You know what? I guess that we have to finish this episode, but
Hmm.
before we do,
Yeah.
let's play our quick fire round. It's not a quick fire round, but I remembered as we were talking some of the expressions connected with like some winter thingies from
Yeah.
my first languages.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna translate them literally to you and see like if you can guess
You know
them.
what? This is so good because also Ukraine is cold too,
Exactly.
right? So I'm
Yes.
sure you
And we
guys
have a
have
lot of snow
winter
for sure.
themed
Yeah.
idioms. Okay.
So the first one says, prepare your sleigh in the summer.
Prepare your sleigh in the summer.
Yeah, and sleigh is like, that
Santa
the
Claus rides it.
thank you so much. Yes.
Prepare your sleigh in the I guess it means like be be ready or like like that expression have all your ducks in a row like
Uh-huh.
get uh be prepared for something that will happen in
Yes.
the future
Yes, in advance.
in
Be
advance.
prepared in
Yeah,
advance.
is that
Yeah.
what it means?
Yes. And
Nice.
also
Okay.
like people can use this meaning in like if you want to buy winter shoes on sale in the summer. I mean literally.
Might as well buy
Yeah,
them. That's
yeah.
true.
And there is another expression also connected with sleighs. And it says, if you like to ride a sleigh,
Hmm.
like to pull the sleigh.
Oh, okay. I can imagine what this means. It's like if you can dish it out, you better be able to take it. Like if you have to give what you are ready to also receive,
Exactly.
right?
Yes.
Um, is it only about comments, like making comments or jokes and stuff?
No,
Or is it
no,
about
not,
everything?
it's about everything, and
Okay.
it has something to do with consequences.
Oh,
It's like, you can tell someone that like, uh, oh my God, I had such a great time last night, but today I'm hangover like crazy. And someone can tell you, well, if you like to ride a sleigh, you have to like to pull the sleigh.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Or
you got to learn to you got to if you're going to do this, you better also know that you'll have to deal with the
exactly. Yes.
consequences. Okay. A
Yes.
little bit different than what I said about the dish it out.
But it can be also about like the comments,
Yeah.
like what you said. It can also be that. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's everything that I could remember because like a lot of the stuff we have the idiom about the snowball effect.
Yeah.
We have the slippery slope thing. So a lot of and see like having cold feet. We
Mm-hmm.
also have that
Very
as
similar
it turned
one.
out. Yeah. But about the sleighs, I really wanted
Ah,
to
good.
talk about them. Yeah.
Okay. Love Love idioms, as I've said. I love expressions, and
Love them
I
too.
love themes. And it's winter, so
Yeah,
great timing.
yeah, awesome.
All right.
So I guess that hopefully we have broken the ice so many times in this episode, and we really hope that you guys had to learn something new and maybe even like frozen place, like, oh, what? This is what it means?
Yes.
Yeah, and we hope that you just have time to chill today.
Yeah. And stay tuned for the language lab that's coming up
Yeah,
next.
see ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay tuned. We have the language lab coming up next.
Welcome back to Language Lab, where we take the language from our episode and put it under the microscope like a snowflake.
And in our winter idioms episode, we talked about slippery slopes, cold shoulders, and emotional snowstorms.
We
Kind
did
of,
a
yeah.
little bit. And today, as usual, we're dissecting the vocabulary we used along the way. Gloves on, let's begin.
All right. First up, we've got in your face. And this is quite literal. When something is in your face, it's like direct and bold and sometimes aggressive and
Mm-hmm.
very obvious, right? So, like, you can use it to describe like ads, advertisements. You can say, oh my gosh, that ad was so in your face,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. Good. The next word is the word procrastinate. And to procrastinate means to delay doing something. Very, I guess, buzzy word. People a lot talk about it
People use it a
nowadays.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like when you're procrastinating, it means that you're doing whatever except for the thing that you should be doing. So a winter invites procrastination like a warm blanket invites naps.
Mm-hmm.
So true.
Tension. Tension is this kind of nervous or stressful feeling in a situation. It's this feeling of um, okay, physically, for example, like when you run for a very long time, you can feel your muscles kind of pulling together. So we can call that tension. Like I have tension in my leg or I have tension in my arm. But we also use it to describe kind of the feeling or situation
Mm-hmm.
between people. Like there's a little bit of awkward tension between
Yeah.
me and you after I said something uncomfortable. We
Mm-hmm.
can say something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, the next word is a scary one, and this is the word dread. And the word dread, I believe that in the episode, Hannah used it as a verb. I dreaded the icebreakers, I
Yeah.
believe that she
Yes.
said. And so when you dread something, it means that you have strong fear or anxiety about something that will happen or something that is happening. Like, imagine the beautiful Sunday night, but the Monday's coming.
I
It's a dreadful feeling.
Yeah, we call this also the Sunday blues,
Yeah.
but there is a feeling of dread on Sunday evening that I
Yeah.
totally understand.
Hmm.
Okay, corny. When something is corny, it's like cliche, a little bit embarrassing when something is maybe when sometimes something can be overly sentimental or overly emotional to the point where you're like, "Ee, that's corny."
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit embarrassing. So, you know, a lot of okay, I don't know if this is insulting, but Hallmark movies,
Okay.
do you know what I mean?
Yes.
They can be a little bit corny, or a lot of like children's TV shows sometimes can be corny,
Hmm.
but also very enjoyable.
Yeah. The next one is a great expression and it's BS. And
Mm,
BS is a very nice and polite way of calling something a bull, SHIT. I still do not know if we can swear
you
here or
can
not.
say it.
Yeah, okay, bullshit. Anyway, so BS stands for bullshit. Now I'm going to be saying it all over the
Time.
place. Yes, and it basically means nonsense or something that is not true or exaggerated. Like, I don't remember in what context we used it, but yeah, it's just an informal way of telling people that, like, you're full of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like that's not true.
yeah, but use it carefully, guys, please.
Yes. Hypocrite. I do like this word as
I love
well.
it.
A hypocrite is a person. I called myself a hypocrite actually
Mm-hmm.
in this episode. A hypocrite is somebody who says one thing, but actually does the opposite thing. Right? So in the episode I was saying like I'm such a hypocrite because I use icebreakers in my own classes as a
Mm-hmm.
teacher, but I actually hate doing icebreakers as a student. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm a little bit of a hypocrite in that
Can
way.
we also say one of your favorite idioms about cattle calling a pot black?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's definitely,
it's a very good
yeah,
one. Okay, and the other one is a beautiful word that found its way into Canadian English very recently.
very
I
recently.
guess that like actually last year, somewhere at the beginning of the last year. And this is the word Canadiano. So Canadiano is a version of Americano. And it's a playful cafe term, sometimes used, not sometimes, very often, I would say, used in Canada to order Americano.
Yeah,
So you can walk in the coffee shop
yeah,
and there on the board where they have like the menu, you would see like Canadiano,
yeah.
like proudly Canadian.
So, I mean, an Americano is a very typical coffee drink, right? It's an
Yes.
espresso with
Uh-huh.
water, with hot
Hmm.
water. But I guess if we're being transparent, it came from a little bit like tensions
Yeah,
between Canada and America
exactly. Yeah.
politically. And so rather than calling Americanos Americanos because it has the word America in
Yeah.
it, we've changed them. A lot of cafes, a lot of coffee
Hmm.
shops have changed their Americanos to Canadiano.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing.
And yeah, it's beautiful. It's not official. It's just caffeine patriotism.
Yes. Okay, to be cross with. When you're cross with somebody, it's an expression to mean that you're not really angry, a little bit less angry, like
Hmm.
irritated or a little bit annoyed. It just means like I'm a little bit mad at you,
Hmm.
right? So, if you're a mother or a father and your kid spills something and you're kind of losing patience, you can say like, "Oh, that made me cross," or "I'm cross with my kid right now."
Uh-huh.
Very polite.
Yes, very polite. The next expression, talk through your teeth. It's a beautiful expression.
Yeah.
And actually, I translated it in the episode directly from my first languages, but it turned
Mm.
out that in English, it also
Same.
exists. And it means to speak angrily while keeping your teeth clenched.
Yeah.
And I guess that it comes from the idea that you are trying your best to hold your emotions,
Yeah.
but still, like, you can feel that the person is very irritated. So it's a polite rage in
That's
action.
right.
Hmm.
To be in for a treat. Oh, you are in for a treat. Great expression. It means, hey, you are about to experience something really nice.
Hmm.
You are going to enjoy this. This is going to be a treat for you. Treat meaning, like a candy or chocolate or cake or something nice for you. So you are in for a treat.
Or to watch a movie that your friends recommend to you, and they're like, ah,
You,
you are in for a treat.
yes.
The next word is the word tread. And the word tread by itself means like walking, but like slowly and carefully. But very often we use this together with the word carefully, like tread carefully. It means like act cautiously. And I love using it when I'm talking to someone and they're about to say something interesting. And I would be like, tread carefully, meaning that, like, please watch very carefully
Yeah.
what you're going to say next.
Great example of how to use the word. And we were using it to describe walking on thin ice,
Yes,
right? That winter idiom
exactly.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Something dawned on me. Dawn is the sunrise.
Yes.
Okay.
The
So
beginning
when
of the day.
the beginning of the day, and when dawn comes, the sun comes up, the sun appears. So when we say something dawned on me, it means that you have suddenly realized
Hmm.
something, right? So, you know, it just dawned on me that we're still in the middle of winter right now. Actually, it hasn't dawned on me.
Don't remind
I've been
me.
acutely aware for a very long time.
Don't remind me. Hmm. Slippery. We used this expression when we were talking about the idiom slippery slope,
That's right.
and we decided that we want to talk about the adjective slippery. And slippery is difficult to stand on the surface because it's either covered with ice or maybe with water.
Yeah.
So in winter, when it's just like the snow started falling and then it like melted a little bit and then it's cold again and it's frozen. So all of the ice are very icy and slippery. So it's hard to walk on them. You can easily lose your balance. So that's the word slippery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. To hit rock bottom, really great
I
expression.
love it.
To hit rock bottom is the lowest of the low. You have reached the lowest of the low. The only way to go now is up. So it can be financial rock
Mhm.
bottom, meaning I have $0 left. I can only go up from here. It can be, in so many situations, like in life, I just hit rock bottom. Like
Mhm.
nothing is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a
I don't
good place
I
to
don't
be.
give more examples
Yeah.
because I feel like they're really depressing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, not a good place to
Yeah.
be. Let's not go there,
Yeah.
okay? Let's better talk about waterfalls.
Sure.
Yes, so
Don't go chasing them.
waterfalls, exactly what they do, they cascade. And to cascade means to fall or flow in large amounts, or not very, very large, because you know what? Uh, Actually, interesting question I have for you because the type of hairstyle when you
Yes.
have like shorter hair and then longer and longer and longer, and they're all like just flowing,
Layered.
cascading and
Yeah.
layered, we call it a cascade.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. We call it layers, but you can describe hair as cascading, but not layers.
Oh, I
When we
see.
say like she has cascading hair, it's just a very
Like
uh
flowing. I
flowing,
see. Okay,
beautiful. Yeah.
okay. Because we call this like hairstyle, like a
Oh,
flaring. We
okay.
call it a
Okay.
cascade. Hmm.
Mm. We might. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know all of my hairstyle names, so it's possible. Detrimental. Detrimental is something that is harmful or very damaging. It's actually a very extreme word, and it's yeah, very harmful or quite
Hmm.
damaging.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you're not if you don't get a lot of sunlight, it can be very detrimental to your health and your mood. We all know now
Yeah.
that direct sunlight, is a great source of vitamin D. It's one of the best sources of vitamin D. And without that, it can be detrimental to your health and your mood, right?
Hmm. The next word is the word mortifying. And not a fun fact, the word mortifying comes from the French word death. Yeah. So if something is mortifying, it means that it's extremely embarrassing. So you can say, like, I was mortified, like, meaning probably that I almost died.
Like
Like,
I was so embarrassed, I wanted to die. Yeah.
exactly. So mortifying means extremely embarrassing, like the situation or something. It's like, when you are waving at someone and they don't wave back at you.
Yeah.
Like it's
Or have you
mortifying.
had that situation where someone waves at you and you think that they're waving, so you wave back, but you realize they're not, they're looking at someone behind you? That is mortifying.
Mortifying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Abandon. Actually, there's two words that we use that are very similar. One is abandon, the other one is ditch. And both of them mean you're leaving something behind.
Hmm.
So you can abandon a plan, you can ditch a plan, you can ditch
A
your
person.
friends. Yeah. Yeah, that's basically what
Hmm.
abandon or ditch means. Synonyms.
Yeah. I really like the next word, although the meaning is not very good.
Yeah.
And this is the word condescending. And if someone is condescending, it means that they're talking down to someone else as if the other person is less intelligent.
Yeah.
Uh, don't do that. Don't be condescending. And very often people do it like unintentionally,
Yeah.
I guess. That's like, oh, honey, this is not how you do it. Or like, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter like how nice you say it, it still might come off as very condescending.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Personally, I don't think everybody means it this way, but when people call me pet names like "oh honey" or
Or
"sweetheart,"
sweetheart. Yeah.
I feel like it's a little condescending
Mm.
to me, just to me, maybe to other people. But next we have the word sensation, and we were talking about the sensation of cold blood in your veins
Hmm.
or ice in your veins. It is a feeling. Basically, it's a strong feeling that you can physically have, and it's basically another word to explain feeling or a reaction to something,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, good one. The next word is such a good one and warm one, and it's a word compassion. And compassion means sympathy and concern for others' suffering. And you know what? Right now, my brain went into this like language nerd mode.
Mm-hmm.
In some languages, I guess that in Spanish and in Portuguese, the word com or con means with. And so
Mm,
passion, it's like my passion is with you. So
yeah,
I'm having like the same feelings as you are having, or I am concerned about them.
that's a really
Yeah,
good way
it
to.
will have to check that one, but this is, I just
It's a
realized
good way to
it.
remember it,
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, we're going back to another dark word. The word here is morbid. I guess it comes from the same root word as
Could be,
mortify,
yeah,
right?
for sure.
Okay, morbid is anything associated with death or darkness it's an adjective to describe anything that's dark or having to do with death, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, if I were maybe I have a personality where I like to talk about dark and depressing things. You can describe me as morbid.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely am not a morbid person. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
a morbid personality, but I guess sometimes, I guess in this episode, it seems like we did a little
We
bit.
did talk a lot
A
about
lot about morbid
weird
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah.
And the next word is the word convey. And to convey it means to communicate or express something. You can say something like conveying a message or conveying a concept or any other things that you can communicate or express. And tone can sometimes convey more than words,
Very true. Yeah.
especially if you're talking about something morbid.
Yes, that's very true. All right, the next one is an idiom that we used. That's very cute.
Hmm.
The idiom is have your ducks in a row. Like imagine just little toy ducks all lined up in a row. And what this idiom means is to be organized and to be prepared.
Hmm.
Why ducks? I have no idea. Maybe people had a lot of ducks
I
a
don't
long
know.
time ago. I really don't know.
Or maybe because like it's difficult to like put the ducks in a row. I mean, especially alive ducks. If you have the rubber ones, like easy, but alive ducks try to put them all in
Possi
one line.
Possibly.
Or maybe
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just don't walk in lines. I don't know. But it's a great it's a great
It
idiom.
is.
And we have another idiom coming up, and the idiom is if you can dish it out, you better be able to take it. And I guess that it's like about the actual dish. If you are ready to give person a plate full of, let's say, criticism. So be prepared to receive the same plate of the same criticism back. Fairness rule of humor and
I
life.
hear comedians saying this a lot,
Yes.
right? So with comedians, their job is to make fun of things,
Mhm.
right? So they have to have this personality of if I can dish it out, I have to be able to
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So true.
All right. Well, that's all of the vocabulary for today. And if today's vocabulary didn't hit rock bottom, then you were definitely in for a treat.
Mhm. And remember to tread carefully on icy sidewalks and have your ducks in a row. Hmm.
That's right. So keep listening, keep learning, and
Educate
educate yourself.
yourself.